I'm Lauren Green, and welcome to Bias Bash. What happened to the prisoners held hostage in Iran who were freed last week? Saeed Abedini, who was one of them, spoke about his harrowing experience in an on-the-record exclusive with Fox News Channel's Greta Van Susteren. But why haven't more media outlets followed up on the others? Here with media analysis is Ellen Ratner, Bureau Chief of Talk Media News and a Fox News contributor. Welcome, Ellen.
Thank you so much.
Pastor Saeed's story was in the news constantly because he was being held in Iran, and you're saying that now that he's been freed, there hasn't been nearly the attention paid on his freedom as there was on his captivity.
Other than Fox News Channel and Greta Van Susteren, there has been zero on him. There were a couple interviews with his wife as he was getting out, but basically the news media has completely ignored this story and him and what happened to him while he was in prison. We're now on to deals with Iran and whether they're going to make a deal with Airbus or whatever. And we have totally forgotten about the people that were involved, except for Greta. And you know what's so interesting? People criticize Fox News. I'm a liberal. I hear criticisms all the time. But we're the ones, Fox News Channel, who actually interviewed this guy and found out what his experience has been. The news media is so obsessed with the election, they've forgotten this other story, which is a very important story.
Now, in defense of the situation, because I'm very happy that Greta Van Susteren interviewed Pastor Saeed Abedini, and I also tried to interview him as well. I sent down emails to Franklin Graham. Would you talk about it? And it was not available to me. And perhaps the blame should be on the people controlling the media access, because if she had an exclusive, it means there was a deal made, and I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if there was a deal made. There might have been a deal made that said this person has exclusive access, and the rest of the media said, well, if that person has exclusive, then we don't want the exclusive. This is the business of news. That is the ugly truth about things like, having access to a top news getter like Pastor Abedini.
There's no question about that, and we do know that Greta Van Susteren has done some things with Franklin Graham. I mean, that's public record. She's gone various places with him. So that may be, and I don't disagree with that. On the other hand, how about some of the print people even following up and finding out what happened to him? And I think that's not necessarily an exclusive interview. That could be people in his family, his wife, whatever, who they did interview, that he may have told what happened to him. But there's just been radio silence, as we call it, on what happened to him while he was there. And I think the news media, even if they said, we're not given an interview with him, but we're very concerned about what happened, we know what has happened to Iranian prisoners in the past, I think the American people need to know.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is the news is a business, and that perhaps, it becomes more of a business than we'd like to think of it as a business.
Perhaps. And, of course, as we know, the get, as it's called, getting an interview is very important. So that may be part of the story. On the other hand, the news media needs to shine a light on what happened to many of those prisoners. He's not the only one. We know at least 2 others who left with him on the plane.
Yeah, and there are other prisoners still left in Iranian prison, being imprisoned in Iran. So these are the lucky few that got released.
That's for sure. And, of course, the United States made sure they were released. The president commuted some sentences of some other people, but they were not being charged with espionage or spying or anything like that. They were being charged with actually selling computer equipment and other technology to the Iranians.
All right. I want to thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you.
And if you want to hear more media analysis on this week's top headlines, catch Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern and again at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.